Now this is the second time I've recorded this video, so I hope it's going to work this time. The first time it went sideways and I can't run the risk of Cheery tuners getting a crick in the neck trying to watch these things at 90 degrees. Now, Flanders Swann, of course, you'll recognise them straight away. Another charity shop purchase, no price, but there's the label. And I didn't realise I had this record. Now, I knew that I had highlights from At the Drop of a Hat and At the Drop of Another Hat on EP, and I found that I had the At the Drop of Another Hat full show recording as well. I didn't realise I'd already bought this full recording of their first show, At the Drop of a Hat. Sorry, lots of hats being dropped here, aren't there? But I think you're catching the drift of it. It says here, recorded during the actual performance at the Fortune Theatre, London. And there are some favourites on here, but the one I'm going to play you today is this one here, A Song of the Weather, and then this one, Madeira, Madeira. Now, do you remember that on the recording of At the Drop of Another Hat, the chap who looked after the Beatles, George Martin, was credited as producer of the recording. He's not mentioned on this sleeve, but it's a Parlophone label again, so very probably he had a hand in the affair. Incidentally, did you know that Parlophone's trademark, everyone assumes it's a pound sign? It's not. It's actually a stylised L, because the original name of the company, which was a German company, was something like Liebitz or something. I don't know. I'll have to look that up and give you a properly informed piece of information about that one. Anyway, we'll play the first track of this song. Now, if you remember, this is a continuous recording of the performance, so there are no gaps in the recording between the songs. So when we reach the end of the first song, I shall pause the video and then I shall move on to the beginning of the second one. Here goes.
January brings the snow, makes your feet and fingers glow. February's ice and sleet, freeze the toes right off your feet. Welcome March with wintry wind, would thou wert not so unkind. April brings the sweet spring showers, on and on for hours and hours. Farmers fear unkindly May, frost by night and hail by day. June just rains and never stops, 30 days and spoil the crops. In July the sun is hot, is it shining? No, it's not. August cold and dank and wet, brings more rain than any yet. Bleak September's mist and mud is enough to chill the blood. Then October adds a gale, wind and slash and rain and hail. Dark November brings the fog, should not do it to a dog. Freezing wet December, then bloody January again.
What's the chap's name? Edwardian song. And I thought perhaps you wouldn't mind if I was to wear my little Edwardian hat. Last year I was given a decanter for Christmas, very nice thing, cut glass, came from Portobello Road, in which I keep Madeira in it, wine of which I'm extremely fond, to the despair of the port wine trade. Well now, this decanter has a peculiarity. When you lift it up, it's got a sort of musical box in the bottom, and when you lift it up, it plays a tune. In fact, it plays two tunes, and this Pretty nice, Robert.
She was young, she was pure, she was new, she was nice. She was fair, she was sweet 17. He was old, he was vile, and no stranger to vice. He was base, he was bad, he was mean. He had slyly inveigled her up to his flat to view his collection of stamps, all unperforated. And he said as he hastened to put out the cat, the wine, his cigar, and the lamps, "Have some Madeira, my dear. You really have nothing to fear. I'm not trying to tempt you, that wouldn't be right. You shouldn't drink spirits at this time of night. Have some Madeira, my dear. It's very much nicer than beer. I don't care for sherry, one cannot drink stout, and port is a wine I can well do without. It's simply a case of shaker or some gout. Have some Madeira. Unaware of the wiles of the snake in the grass, of the fate of the maiden who topes, she lowered her standards by raising her glass, her courage, her eyes, and his hopes. She sipped it, she drank it, she drained it, she did. He quietly refilled it again, and he said as he secretly carved one more notch on the butt of his gold-handled cane, "Have some Madeira, my dear. I've got a small cask of it here, and once it's been opened, you know it won't keep. To finish it up, it will help you to sleep. Have some Madeira, my dear. It's really an excellent year. Now, if it were gin, you'd be wrong to say yes. The evil gin dust would be hard to assess. Besides, it's inclined to affect me prowess. So have some Madeira, my dear." Then there flashed through her mind what her mother had said, with her antepenultimate breath. "Oh, my child, should you look on the wine when 'tis red, be prepared for a fate worse than death." She let go her glass with a shrill little cry. "Ah!" Crash, tinkle, it fell to the floor. When he asked what in heaven, she made no reply, up her mind and a dash for the door. "Have some Madeira, my dear," rang out down the hall loud and clear. A tremulous cry that was filled with despair as she paused to take breath in the cool midnight air. "Have some Madeira, my dear." The words seemed to ring in her ear, until the next morning she woke up in bed with a smile on her lips and an ache in her head, and a beard in her ear hole that tickled and said, "Have some Madeira, my dear." Donald's little 8-year-old nephew came to the show. He loved that song. Sings it all the time. Mind you, we discovered he thinks it's about cake. Well, you've been very sweet. Thank you all. And if you feel like it, perhaps you'd like to help us by joining in with the last chorus, at any rate, of one of our very first songs, one that's always been rather a lucky number with us, I think. It's called the Hippopotamus song. A bold hippopotamus was standing one day on the banks of the cool Cheery bar. He gazed at the bottom as it peacefully lay by the light of the evening star. Away on a hilltop sat combing her hair his fair hippopotamine babe. The hippopotamus was no ignoramus and sang her this sweet serenade. Mud, mud, glorious mud, nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and where let us wallow in glorious mud. The fair hippopotamus body aimed to entice from her seat on that hilltop above. As she hadn't got a bar to give her advice, came tiptoeing down through her love. Like thunder, forestry echoed the sound of the song that they sang as they met. His innamorata adjusted her garter and lifted her voice into a falsetto. Mud, mud, glorious mud, nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there let us follow in glorious mud. Now more hippopotami began to convene on the banks of that river so wide. I wonder now what am I to say of the scene that ensued by the Shalimar side. They dived all at once with an ear-splitting splosh, then rose to the surface again. A regular army of hippopotami, all singing this haunting refrain. Now your chance, mud, mud, glorious mud, nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there let us wallow in glorious mud.
Can you stand another one? All right. The very gentlest of implied hints in Donald Swan's setting of word from the Lord Chamberlain's regulations. The public may leave at the end of each port by all the exit doors. The public may leave at the end of each port by all the exit doors. All gangways, passages and staircases must be kept entirely free from chairs or any other obstructions. Public may leave at the end of each port by all the exit doors, and all such doors must at that time be open. They've got to be open. You should have never seen them. They've got to be open. They've got to be open.
Well, forgive me that indulgence. I just thought, as we were so near the end of the side, we may as well let it run on and hear their flagship number, the Hippopotamus. I know we've had it before, but it's good to hear it again, isn't it? I didn't expect to hear that bonus item at the end, reeling off the regulations on theatre licensing. Anyway, that's all for Cheery Tunes today, and I hope to see you again, same place, same time, on another day, very soon. Bye for now.